All right, we're gonna open up the Water and Sewer Commission's meeting, Douglas Water and Sewer Commission's meeting, it's April 3rd, and it is 7:15.
How you doing? So who starts? Me, you?
Yeah, you
Just
start,
we
I
can
guess.
start
Yeah.
and-
Go ahead.
Okay. They way overcharged me on my water, and I got curious. And if you look at the reading that they have here is, let's see, reading at 19/4/100, and the actual reading was 18/5/51, which I wrote down and they wrote down. So I got curious and I went down and checked out my meter and actually did a reading. I figured out that, well, I finally figured out that a cubic foot is like 7.48 gallons.
Yeah.
So I measured that out a couple of times and the meter was right on. I didn't understand why the outside meter matched the inside meter, so nothing made sense to me. It's like, what's going on? So I called them up to find out, I guess they've been estimating as to what my utilization has been. And so I used to travel all the time. I was gone all the time, so it's hard to take care of this stuff when you're on the road.
Yeah.
But anyways, now I'm retired, so I can check it out.
His average use was what, on the last, few
Well-
billing cycles were around 18?
My average use has been almost, actually, most of the time I've been there for 34 years, my average use has been barely enough to even go above the basic charge.
Yeah, you can see when you were away, there was a couple months you were gone, a couple
500,
bills,
700.
500, 800, 700, so you can see when you weren't there. When you were there, it was 1100, 13, 15, 12, so you were in that vicinity. Now you can see where it was estimated at 43, which is the typical estimate that we usually estimate if we think there's a problem with one of the meters.
Yeah,
And given the fact that your meter was 1972, I believe it was.
yeah, I
So-
was there before I moved
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
But it worked fine.
Yeah.
Like,
But you know what happens is when they get, after a while, they have.
They wear out.
well, yeah,
And it actually, to your favor, when it goes, because it gets sloppy, so there's
Yeah.
a lot more pull by in now. So I think one of the issues was, it would have been, I understand you said you would travel, so it was kinda hard, but when they do have it, when they hang tag you and notify you, that's what the primary, they wanna make sure there's not an issue going on, so we don't have to come back to a meeting and be faced with something like this, because it went on, I think it looked like it was 2 years that they,
Yeah, it was October 7th, 2015, and 2017, he put tags out there.
to try to do
no,
it.
it was like I
So
said,
we could
traveling
change
all the
meters,
time,
yeah.
and that, as far as I could see, there was nothing wrong, so.
Yeah.
I didn't jump on it, but when you found out you charged me more than,
Well, they had estimated because they
Yeah.
said the meter was the 1972 meter. A lot of times they just stick.
yeah,
They don't move.
no, it was moving.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guarantee it was
Yeah.
moving. I mean, it worked just fine.
Yeah.
Most
The
of the
industry
time, the
says,
outside reader doesn't work.
The state
In
says 10
conjunction.
years.
yeah, the state says every 10 years you need to change the meter. So,
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
You got
40
more
46.
utilization out of that,
Yeah.
save
Yeah.
you guys money,
Yeah.
not having to put new ones in the past
Yeah.
couple, 3 years. Or 30 years, whatever.
So with that said, it looks like Bob had suggested that you were abated this last bill, correct?
Yeah.
Well, except for the $50 service
Yeah,
charge.
which you can't.
yeah, we can't.
abate that.
Can't do that.
So that
And she
looks-
said she could possibly, but it's up to you guys to abate the last bill.
That's
The
Yeah,
prior
the
to
usage
that.
on that.
Yeah, we can go back
The 85.
1 year, right? We
can
can
go
go
back
back
to the
1 year
last
and
one.
that's it.
For the last one, exactly.
So it looks like it would be about an amount of $85.80.
That works for me. I mean, I believe I've been overpaying for a while, but I'm amenable to,
I think you've been underpaying, honestly,
Oh.
because the old meters.
honest to God,
Yeah.
I swear, I measured out and a cubic foot was a cubic foot.
Yeah.
I took gallon jugs and I measured it out and it was exactly.
I mean, if you think for that you were, it was being overcharged, I mean, we could certainly send the meter out. but it's a cost associated
Well, no,
with
the
that.
meter's been changed.
I don't
No,
think-
but we have the
yeah.
meter, we can send it
Yeah, no,
out.
it's-
Send the old meter out.
It's definitely right on.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't believe me, you can send it out yourself if you want.
I know, but then if you wanna, I guess if you want to challenge the bill is what's the issue? If you said that we don't think we could send it out and have it tested, but then if it comes back and it's fine, then
We pay the cost.
we pay the
of
cost,
test.
but if it comes back it's not fine, you have to pay the cost.
So what,
No.
you know, I'm willing to settle for the
Yeah,
$85,
yeah.
but
I
I
if
say
you
we
want,
could, regardless of whichever way it went, we couldn't abate any more than the 85.
Anyway.
Anyway,
So it wouldn't be
so-
worth the,
There's no,
Yeah, it's not worth it.
okay,
there's really no
You're using-
point in doing
it's
it.
moot point. then.
right, and you're using the minimal amount of water anyway, and your bill is substantially very low, the usage that you're using,
One person.
yeah. So,
And ain't that
And
agreeable?
being
with
gone, you don't use a whole lot of water.
yeah, yeah,
And I don't water my lawn because
yeah.
have to cut.
I guess,
everything?
Yep,
Alright, so everybody's agreeable to the
Yeah.
8580.
Yep.
I'll let Lee know and we'll get all the paperwork ready for that.
All right,
So I'll probably go out there.
all right,
now.
guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you.
Thank you. You don't have any minutes to read?
Yes, it'll be the next meeting.
My head is worked over here. I didn't see it on the back.
Alright. So that gets, so since we just got all the papers done basically today for the water, I didn't put together that report. And Peter was in over the weekend, so he did finish his sewer report. So for the month of March, the rain was 5.27 inches, Synagro hauled up 108,000 gallons, flow of 8.3 million gallons for an average of 270,000 a day, wasted 60,000 gallons, an average of 1,940. Alum we used 826 gallons, sodium hydroxide we used 613 gallons. Electricity we used 351 kilowatt hours, and the river average was 370 cubic feet per second. He's got the EPA study 38 opened. The UV system was put online. The April-October permitting mode. Second quarter toxicity testing will begin April 8th and end on the 13th. We dealt with 3 nor'easters this month. We had a tree limb drop in over there on the sludge loading station. I don't know if you guys noticed that tree, but we cut that out. That's about it for the sewer side. And we'll start ramping up pretty soon on trying to get going on the jetting and Cameron, so we can meet that deadline for the end of the year to get the entire system inspected and documented.
What's the deadline on that?
The end of this year,
End of this year.
the calendar year.
So the UV is operating now,
Yep.
on April 1st. I'm gonna drive up the electric bill a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
The,
So 4,000 watt light.
sounds like the generator runs good. We were standing outside the other day when it started.
Yeah.
Seems to be
Runs
running
smooth.
good. Yeah.
This one runs good, yeah.
Yeah.
how did that, I don't, that issue get resolved with that contract, with the,
Oh, for the service?
yeah.
Yeah.
I had talked to Lee about that and went through it all.
Yeah, they just weren't gonna pay that disposal fee that they added on there, cause it wasn't in the contract,
Okay.
so that was the only thing to discuss on it. So that's all I had for that report. something that came up today. I'm not sure who I mentioned it to. I know I mentioned it to somebody that I brought it up to Bill about when they're doing the bridge out here. It'd be nice if we could just kind of zip across the bridge and get the 12-inch done at least through this section. And that way we would not shut the bridge down again if we do that project going up to Main Street. It would be, you know, a step in the right direction to getting that part done. And of course, his concerns were with conservation, going through that process and all that stuff. So I threw that on him last week, and he came back today saying that he got it approved through Concom. So if we have the money to get the pipe and everything to get that done while they do it, we can do that. So I think that would be a good idea to
Try to get it across the bridge.
get it across the bridge out to the intersection there.
Are you gonna tie it into the intersection, or do you wanna just get it out to?
I at least wanna get across. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but,
Yeah.
I mean, we do have the parts with the valves.
No, we can't very well tie it in, though, can we?
Well, we could. You know, it's not like we're replacing 2,000 feet of main. It's, you know, just
I'm just
quickly.
trying to think how, you're gonna tie it into the old, what, is that 8 inch or 6 inch in there?
Well, it's 8-inch in the bridge. So it's 8-inch coming down North Street, and then it's 6 coming off the two sides of.
But how would you tie that in and still not have that activated?
Oh, we're gonna activate it. But this section's gonna be shut down anyway to do the bridge. And the plan was to replace two 20-foot sections. So we were gonna put 40 feet in. And I said, well, if we got a section, we might as well go to the size that we intended on and have had on the capital project for as long as I've been here.
Yeah, for a long time.
You know, so let's change it to the size we're gonna do if we're gonna replace any pipe. It's that much less we have to do later. So then I said, well, if we're changing two pieces, it'd be nice if we could just get it across the bridge, since the bridge is already gonna be shut down, we're already gonna have that water main shut down. So, you know, if you're cutting the pipe, it's already open, might as well just dig the trench, it's only 2 feet deep anyway. You know,
Oh, you're gonna tie it into the existing main on either end?
yeah,
Oh, I see, okay.
yeah, but the main's already shut down, if we can
Right.
at least rip up
Yeah.
that section and replace that
The main's
while
shut
it's
down
there.
now?
No, it's gonna be when we do the
Oh, it
bridge.
will be, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not right now, so.
Oh, I see, in other words, we'll go through, probably go as far as we can and,
Yeah, get as much
Valves
done as we
off.
can, we'll put a valve on each end, and that way we can just take off from the valves when we go, you know, to finish later. So whether I get to the intersection and, you know, try to put a 3-way valve in or not, I'm not sure. I'd at least like to get up to almost.
that would
where
be
the
nice to
existing
do
valve
that,
is.
if we could, but,
It would be, cause then we could get good shutdowns, cause every time we shut these ones down.
but then we got
this-
three valves, a T.
Yeah, I mean, we could put it together quick though, but, it's just a matter of being a cluster mess in that intersection. So, we might wanna wait until they contract out to do the Gilboa Street project.
Is that something we can do, or we gonna have to contract it out?
I don't know yet, I taked it off today, it's 300 feet that we can get done, so.
How big is the bridge project? I haven't even looked to see what the,
What they
Yeah,
have
what
to do out here,
what
they have to dig up where the old culvert going underneath is.
Yeah.
They have to
Stone
dig that
match.
up.
It's got
yeah,
that stone
the
match.
second arch?
Yeah, so dig that all up and then fill it in,
Yeah.
compact it, bring it up to level, so. I wouldn't think it would take too long, but it shouldn't take us long to throw the main in either. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's only 2 feet deep, we're going in an existing trench where the pipe is, you just pull it out and put new in.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be a huge project.
Can we
Like-
bypass that while we do that, or work on it?
Yeah, well, like I said, it's gonna be shut down anyway, the whole time
So
we're
just
doing this.
cut it right out and
Yeah, just,
lay a new one
you
right
know,
in.
just cut the pieces as we go, and if it turns out that we have to get it right back online, we just connect back wherever we end at. Just keep cutting it to the length that we need as we put the piece in. So,
And where is the line in the intersection? Is it on this side or the other
no,
side?
the other side.
It's on the other side.
So it'd be nice if we could get it out, one lane out, so that when we open this back up,
Yeah.
at least you can have one lane coming out, and then,
Yeah, the only problem with that is that there's a 4-way valve. 3 of the valves are on that side, and the one for this side that we'd have shut down is on this side. So it's like right where you pull up to the stop sign,
No,
that's where the valve is. So we're not really getting out into to Gilboa Street at all. So in order to do that, I'd have to shut the other 3 valves off to get beyond that valve. Which, yes, that'd be nice, but it would be difficult, because then you'd shut down all of Gilboa Street, all of North Street. And every time we touch those valves out there, they leak for a couple weeks after, so. Well, that's another reason it'd be nice if I could get out there and at least get those valves changed out, but that gets a little more involved once you
Yeah.
get to that point.
I think we should just get it out to the intersection, and then when you do the main line,
Right.
include that in the whole,
Yeah, you just
right.
do that section at night or
Right.
something, shut it down, put the 3-way valves, get everything activated back up, except the Gilboa Street.
Right. That could be a nightmare when you get into some of those.
Yeah,
Where's our main go? Do North Street down to the intersection?
say it
That's gonna
again.
be one project.
Well, I'm just gonna do from right here.
Yeah, from here, but I mean,
From here to there.
our main goal is to do from Main Street
Yeah.
down.
The monument.
Ultimately, yes, I'd like to get from Main Street with a new 16-inch, there's a 16 by 12 T that they reduced down to the 8. So we'll go back to the 16 by 12 and come all the way down here to the intersection with 12. And then we would put a T in and go 12 all the way down Gilboa Street and connect up to the new main that they put over by the Guilford.
Now, is 12-inch main gonna be enough if they do something with the pine down there?
Well, you only got 12-inch main going down Gilboa anyway, at that point. So if you have a 12 coming down off of Main Street that's fed off of a 16, and then you've got an 8 coming around from Mechanic Street, now you got a 12 and an 8 feeding a 12. So you've got more flow going into a 12. So if you only have if you put a 16 here and you've only got a 12-inch going down there anyway, you're still limited to a 12-inch. But if you
Right,
got a
yeah.
12 and an 8 feeding a 12, you
Right.
still have more capacity
Mhm.
feeding a 12. And if you're gonna build out much more than that,
And now I was just wondering if the mill ever decided to tie in and sprinkle it to town water.
well, I think that would probably get you to that point. If you had a 12 coming down and a 12 going down to there, and you're feeding off of a 16 on Main,
They could tie in?
with the pressure that you have down this area of town, I think that would probably be sufficient for their fire flow.
Right, but then what happens if we continue further and they put a development in there or?
Well,
I think the master plan addressed that.
the master plan originally said that if you go, if you do that section over there, that's when you need to put this storage tank up on North Street. So the next project after that would be extending up North Street. And if you extend up North Street with the new main, and then they put that connector road in, the town owns land at the top of North Street, and we
Right,
would
for the
loop it
tank.
over there and put a tank up there.
Alright, so we would have to feed that with a tank eventually.
I mean, it depends on what they put there.
Right,
And
yeah.
what's required for fire flow.
Mhm.
I mean, I think that industry standard was 2,500 for commercial applications for a fire flow,
Yeah,
which I think we may be able to get to without a tank.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, the fire chief did his review over there and he said 3,500. I don't know if that would still be the same, or,
so we would have to go to a tank.
Well, we can
The tank
talk
would be
about
more
it.
or less just
We
for
can talk-
storage.
See what the industry standard is on that. and
right, and see,
reasonably-
find out what the reason for
Yeah.
higher than the standard would be.
Yeah.
But the tank would be just for storage anyways,
Storage and fire flow.
if there's a fire, yeah.
But right now, we have 1 million gallons of storage and we're only flowing 200,000 gallons a day,
Yeah.
so we don't wanna add more storage unless we're getting a lot more
Right.
usage.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
In order to get that volume of usage, now we gotta look at our Water Management Act permit and get them to go back to what we had originally been permitted for.
Right. And you can't, turnover on water has to be so many
Yeah,
days
they only want you to have no more than 3 to 5 days, so
turnover, so.
we're already at the 5 days.
Yeah,
So we may never ever need a storage tank up there.
Unless they do a build out down here that increases our flow significantly.
yeah. At that point, we have to we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting,
We don't know what's
if
gonna.
you're getting that volume of water that justifies it, then, then it's
It's
worth
no
putting the
big
tank in
deal.
anyway.
It's not even a big deal.
Then you got the revenue to support it, so,
Right.
They decide to put in another casino or something.
yeah.
I don't know. Seems to be everyone thinks the answer. Pot gambling.
we could have both.
Hey, they're
right
welcome for a lot of help out there in
We
Springfield.
could have both right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
So, yeah, that's what came up and it looked like we got to
Well,
go
that's
through
good.
Concom, which would be the most difficult part, so.
Yeah, that's good.
I think if we can get the pipe and get that done, I think that'd be a good
Well, if
move.
that's something we can do, the only cost to us really is the material.
Well, it depends, I gotta look at how built, cause they're contracting this out, so I don't know if they're looking at trying to do that, or if we can get someone, hire someone ourselves to dig this section of it while they're doing that work.
Oh, they're contracting that out.
Yeah, the town's not doing that, so.
yeah, I think we should be able to do that. Yeah, cause we get into we'll never be able, we won't be able to afford it in this year. to-
Yeah.
We didn't budget for anything of that size, if it's going out,
Yeah,
We're gonna probably squeeze out the money for the pipe.
yeah.
yeah, it's right around 10 grand, it's 9,000 something.
I mean, that we can do. You know, we could hire a local,
Yeah, and I think somebody with a mini excavator would
right,
do fine. Like I said, it's an existing pipeline, so you know it's already been dug, and there's a pipe in there, so we just, and it's only 2 feet deep, so. I think the most
And from-
time-consuming thing is that because it's only 2 feet deep, we have to insulate it. So we would be insulating, so you gotta slide on all the pieces of insulation as you put the pipes together, so that takes a little more time than a normal installation, but.
yeah.
Is that one insulated now? I don't
think
remember it.
so.
When you
When
fixed
we
that
did the
leak.
break,
Yeah, I didn't think
it
it was.
wasn't,
No, there's no,
yeah. It should be,
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking a 12-inch main with flows.
yeah, I mean, a lot of flow goes through that pipe, so
Yeah,
the
it's-
chances of that line freezing.
I don't care if it was a
pretty slim.
foot below the ground, I don't think it's gonna freeze.
Well, that'd be nice if we can get that done,
Yeah,
that would be good. So when was it, when are they anticipating to do this? You don't know?
I don't know, he just got the approval from Concom last night, or I think it was last night, cause I just got the email this morning, so.
Okay.
So when it, you don't know when the project is gonna start though.
I do not know.
Is it a big project or do they know or
I'd look at it, I don't think it's that big, but
a week's work, 2 weeks work or?
I wouldn't think it would, depends on who you had to do it. I mean, some of the contractors we've had would knock that out in a day, but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I can, with all the conditions and stuff they tend to put on things with the conservation and everything else because it's near the river.
Yes,
Yeah,
who's-
yeah, I'd imagine they gotta boom it and stake it and everything
Is the
else.
state
'Cause
gonna be
that-
in charge of that? Who's in charge of it?
No, that's us,
Just us, the
Yeah.
town?
Yeah.
town,
The, cause that was from the axe mill, wasn't it?
yeah.
So that must have been like sort of dammed or something at one point to get the water
Yeah,
up
they
that
probably,
high.
yeah, I was gonna say that is up,
Yeah.
where that is a lot higher than the river.
Yeah, it's
You
way
have to come up
higher,
a few feet, so.
Alright.
Yankee ingenuity back then made it work.
And they probably figured back then they kept it up a little high and they could dam it off if they needed it, and then if they don't need it, they let it
Let it
fly
go.
by.
Yeah.
That jam if get something coming through.
Probably had power, water wheels and
Yeah.
stuff, powering their equipment over here.
The only other thing I was thinking of was, do we happen to talk to the administrator about the easements? If we have to, how that's for, up by mobile, maybe we were talking about obtaining that easement from that gentleman,
Oh, I did not talk to him yet.
just to see if that actually have to wait until town meeting or if that can be done.
Yeah, no, I didn't talk to him about that
Okay,
yet.
alright.
I haven't talked to him since I talked to you, so.
Just to find out about that, clarify, and if it's something we can move on, we can bring it up for the next meeting.
Yeah.
Other than that, so the budget was all set, right? You went to
FinCom, yeah. I think they were relieved to see that you guys already beat me up over the expenses, so they got to go through it real quick, cause the two before me took forever. So-
$3 less than last year.
yeah. Alright,
You got anything else, Josie? Do you have anything else?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I guess we're good.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:40.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.